What are the options to move the sample in and out of your X-ray system and inside the machine? Let's find out. All right, another interesting thing to discuss when we talk about X-ray machines and systems. In the previous videos we talked about X-ray sensors, X-ray sources, and a critical thing not all, we don't often talk about, but it's incredibly important, is how the sample is going to move in and out and inside the X-ray cabinet. So to address this, we talked about it in our book, and you can go ahead and download or ask us for a copy. We'll be happy to send you one. When we talk about motion of samples in and out of an X-ray machine, we can separate in two big chunks: standard machines and custom machines. And a standard machine is basically focused on what the application is. So for example, if you're looking at SMT, Surface Mount Technology application, a standard X-ray machine will have how to move the board in and out if it's an inline system, or if it's a planar CT, the motion is going to allow for the orbit of the sensor in the X-ray source to collect enough image to get to planar CT. If it's a micro CT, the sample is going to move in a different way. You're going to tilt the sensor, tilt the source. So there's a whole set of motion techniques that a standard machine for SMT has. And if you're doing FOD, like food inspection, you have different types of motion. If you have an NDT system, you have yet a whole new set of motion. So standard motion is what you can find off the shelf, right? And there's a whole range of actuators and ways that a sample is going to move in and out and inside the machine for a standard system. Custom applications, on the other hand, then the sky's the limit. This is where you can have robotics, you can have different types of actuators to really move the sample the way you need to get the right angle of the image or the right set of images to determine if your sample is good or bad. So in summary, when you talk about motion in X-ray universe, standard machines have a well-defined set of motion actuators. Custom systems have basically whatever you need to get the image that you need to get the proper adjudication of your samples. So I hope this can help. If you have any questions, don't forget to reach out to us and don't forget to subscribe.